Alright. Welcome to Sideboard MTG. My name's Eric, and today we're going to be playing a little Sultai Summonings. Before anyone actually, says, hey, this looks a lot like Jim Davis's deck, this is within like 70 cards of Jim Davis's Sultai lands. If you watch Jim Davis's list, you will see that he did, like, there was some talk in the in chat and stuff like that, and most cards people threw out at him, he was like, nah, I don't want that in here, it had good reasons for most of it, but when people started talking about Metallurgic Summonings, he actually said, actually that would probably be a really good card to put in this shell. So I thought we would run Jim Davis's lands list with the Sultai, the Sultai lands list with the Metallurgic Summonings. So without further ado, we'll get started with the show. As most of you know, though, if you like the show, click that thumbs up button, hit that like, help us, get the content out to more people. And if you like the content in general, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right. Oh, wait. Did I have another one up? There we go. What's up, everyone? My camera froze? Is my camera froze? Really? Webcam. Seriously? There we are. Yo, what's up? How's everyone doing tonight? Huh? Oh, Lamp? Yeah. Oh, Lamp's wearing my hat. How about that? All right. The bringer of light. There we go. What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah, I know we're getting a little bit of a late start. My mother-in-law is in town, and she's taking Lincoln back home ahead of us so that we can make the move without the little one in the car and U-Haul and stuff. So had to say goodbye to my little boy. 5 days. 5 days. I ain't gonna have my boy. It's the first time. First time I've been separated for him for more than a night. So it's me and his mom are both a little like, oh, okay, but she's about to take him to the airport and everything. So all right, let's look at this deck, man. So first off, Jim Davis has already put in all the work. We don't have to worry about the lands. We don't have to worry about stuff like that. We've already had a pro pretty much build the deck. I'm not going to even remotely try to take credit for this deck, like to the point of, if you guys don't even know who Jim Davis is, right, it's like right in here somewhere. There's a circle with an eye in it. If you click it, it's going to show you Jim Davis's channel. It'll even show you the league that he ran with the Metallurgic Summonings. Or not the Metallurgic Summonings, with the deck without Metallurgic Summonings in it. So if you guys want to check Jim Davis's channel out, by all means, go give the man some love. He's a great content, great streamer. And yeah, I mean, if you don't know who Jim Davis is, then wow, I can't believe you guys know who I am. Anyway, the deck is basically a lot like his Bant approach list, which I have had a ton of fun with. Only it's traded the white off for black removal. Now, there's some removal in this deck that I am not exactly fond of, but I get it. And when you have this much ramp and this much land, the sorcery speed just doesn't actually bother us that much. The main card I'm talking about here is Doomfall. I don't really like, tapping out on my turn. But this is not really that kind of control deck, and for most of you that actually ran the Bant list that he made, or any version thereof, you probably already realized that it's kind of one of those tap out control decks. It's one of those decks where we're going to be putting threats down and stuff, but for the most part, we also get to sit back on our kill spells. We've got a lot of really good black kill spells. Fatal Push, of course. Fatal Push is great. I mean, what's not to like about Fatal Push? Moment of Craving. This works really good if you need to take care of those. I don't know. We were talking about Bone Picker earlier. Moment of Craving is really good for Bone Picker, On-Crop Crasher, things like that. Moment of Craving, killing an On-Crop Crasher, makes up for the 2 damage you're probably going to take from the Earthshaker Kinra. So that just kind of negates that entire turn on a red deck. That's pretty good. To play on their 3, your 2. So that's really good. Essence Scatter, same thing. You're not going to gain the life back from whatever they dropped on 2, but they're 3, you're 2, you can stop, you know, something like an on-crop crash or something. Of course, we've got search for Escanta because, you know, that's like everything in the deck can be retrieved off of flip search, except for the other win con. There's technically 3 win cons in this deck now. Carnage Tyrant being one of them, Metallurgic Summonings being one of them, and the other one being 4 copies of Ipnu Rivulet. So Jim Davis made it really clear that you don't actually go for the Ipnu Rivulet until you have enough deserts to truly go for it, to completely go for it. So Carnage Tyrant needs more. They just don't have enough flings for you, does it, Rush? That's what it is, right? You replace 2 of the Moment of Cravings with Battle at the Bridge, improvise all those constructs, gain about 17 life. How many Metallurgic Summonings you running there, Josh? Apparently, Josh has Josh Legend here in our chat. He has a deck very, very similar to this. So yeah, there's that. Hopefully, Josh will get his Reddit up so he can actually post those decks for us. Maybe join the community over there on the Reddit. I guess I should give that shout out to anyone. You know, if you guys have some decks, if you're builders, I'm always looking for innovation. Our entire community is looking for innovation. So if you're a good deck builder and you want to get your decks out there, then by all means, the Sideboard MTG Reddit is the place to be. It is missing the flings, yeah. Flingadano, Rush and his flings. I'm sorry we didn't get to actually cast Fling for you the other night, Rush. I am building my blue-red Metalwork Colossus deck, and that has Fling in it. So maybe we'll get to Fling something there. And when that deck goes off, we get to pick whatever win con we want. So if we want to Fling, then we can Fling it twice. Even if there's only like 1 or 2 flings in the whole deck, we just get to do everything we want to do when that deck goes off. So hopefully you'll get to see some fling there. All right, Daniel, Andrew, who else we got here? Let me get the chat up where I can really see it. Of course, we got Nightbot here. Daniel, Andrew, Magic Hefe, Josh Legend, Chris, Rush, SD, welcome, Nerb. How you doing, Nerb? And Magic Man, what's up? Ramo, how's Miss Tannis? Huh? You tell Miss Tannis I said hi. Endgame, wow, big moves. Been looking into some of the standard builds. Anyone been looking at Teamer Energy? And we did. We kind of glanced at Teamer Energy. Dragon Lord, he is 1 year old. He's just over a year. Man, oh man, that's right, Razor. Man, oh man, is right, sir. You guys love Lamp. You're crazy. How Internet, welcome. Who else we got up here? I know, like, man, you guys started talking earlier. Did I call out Dragon Lord? I did. Okay, I think I got everyone. If I missed a shout out for you, Mike, what's up, Mike? La Parker Thomas, how you doing, sir? Nerb says, Eric, I am working on a deck for you. Only played 1 match, but the combo went off twice in the same match. Well, that sounds pretty consistent, sir. You know me. Like, we got to be able to have one consistent enough we can get it on camera. It once in 3 games. Hey, we did it. We did it with the Jace deck, man. We made so many Jaces. It was great. That was so much fun. Wow. Rush is getting his own little community on Facebook over there. Deck builders are Rush. Some seriously sweet brews with Dominaria. Wow, right? Wow. Have you guys been watching Dev's reviews of the Dominaria set? Man, first off, Land of War is back. Land of War Elf is back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do some crazy stuff with Land of War Elves. With the elves in the with the elves back in the meta, we have to teach all the new players this old saying, bolt the bird. It won't be bolt anymore, but it'll probably be push the elf. So either way, you got a nice budget 2-turn kill in modern. Wow. Mike, I don't run a lot of modern, but that seems Elvish Mystic is better. Daniel, sir. Triggered. I'm triggered. Daniel. I'm down. Sky, he likes it. He likes Land of War Elves. Well, they said, you know, like, do you think birds is just too powerful? Would birds just break the format? Maybe birds would. I actually thought birds was safe. I mean, if Land of War is safe, then birds is safe. So, what's up, everybody? Let's see. 20 bucks in paper, turn 2 kill? Dude, that sounds ridiculous, right? Like, we've got a counter spell in standard. We've got, like, Wizards deck is going to be, like, we thought Pirates was cool with some of its payoffs, but Wizards is going to have Lightning Bolt payoff. They're going to have counter spell payoff. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so much fun. Check this out, guys. This is twice in the past couple days that I've rented from manatraders, and they sent me a masterpiece, or, well, is it a masterpiece, or no, this is a, is this a masterpiece or an invention? The others were inventions, right, Kaladesh? These are masterpieces? Right. Lightning Bolt and Birds just come back in Core Set 2019. That'd be so good. Oh, man. Oh. Invocations? Okay. Alright, so these are invocations. That's pretty cool. Manatraders is, like, they'll send you some some invocations. Wow, like, everyone's like, it's an invocation! Chris says, thank you, Eric, to inspire a mono black deck for standard. Yeah, mono black's really cool. The salty scarab god. Yeah, he is the salty scarab god. Well, we've got a lot of really cool cards in the sideboard here. I actually only changed one card in Jim Davis's sideboard. I put in a River's Rebuke. I took out one Contraband Kingpin for a River's Rebuke, and I'm just going to kind of pray we can get around red deck. I wanted the River's Rebuke because I wanted more ways to just, like, bounce things back. You bounce back some cast outs that have gotten your few permanents, like Search for Azcanta or, you know, Thematic Compass. You're not going to be able to, like, bounce back Gift of Paradise and then enchant the land, I don't think. But, you know, if you need to bounce some stuff back, you're probably going to get value if they have your Thematic Compasses or something under their cast outs, Ixalan's Bindings. And, of course, you know, that might actually get us our Metallurgic Summonings back, from at what point, you know, oh yeah, where'd the dice come from? Yeah, I've got to put me an emblem on it. The dice is currently the placeholder for Lampy, or Lamp. So it's kind of like, let's roll the dice. For right now, it's kind of like roll the dice. That's why I am the stream boss right now, is because we were one away from just getting another set there, the gas can and we already had the open spot for Lamp, but I went ahead and put a placeholder in it so you guys can, like, play around with yet another emoji. But now we've got, you know, gas for pure gas, and, you know, when we're just drawing nothing but pure gas, of course. But yeah, this deck will get stronger with the next set, probably. This deck will probably get much stronger, but anyway, guys, we're gonna jump over here into we're gonna jump to a league, right? We're gonna do a league. All right. Give me like 25 seconds here, and I'll be right back, and we'll get started with this league. Here, I'll actually just go ahead and enter it. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. Back in 1 second, guys. Gotta say goodbye. What? You're on the countdown. On the countdown. Wow. All right. All right. I literally stuck my head out the door and was like, I love y'all. Goodbye. Have a safe trip. You know, that sort of thing. This stream is gas. Well, thank you, SD. I appreciate that, man. That's nice. I appreciate it. Right? I'm on the clock. I'm on the clock, Zax. I'm on the clock. I tried to be quick about that. Hopefully I was. All right. So we've got our match. We're on the play. Yes, we would love to play first. Oh man, we've got lands. We've got removal. We've got some ramp. We got it all. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hour of Promise off the top would be so nice. Don't be red deck. Don't be red deck. Yeah, let's just start with a Blooming Marsh, and we'll pass. Sultai, one of my favorite colors, or color combinations. Well, that's a red. I can get this down later, or I can cycle it. I'm not really interested in cycling my lands, because this deck is a lands deck. So, okay, so it's all right. All right, I'm just gonna run out the spring here, and yeah, swamp will be fine. We have plenty of blue here. So next, wow, did he just cycle that, play a land, and pass? Okay, so play. I mean, I could have kept it up for cycle. I could have. I really could have, but I am 100% wanting to just be in this neighborhood right now. This looks terrific to me. This looks good. Oh, he's got his own Carnage Tyrant. Does he trade? Sweet! Carnage Tyrant trades. Okay, well. Oops. My bad. Need to get into my main phase. Here, we'll just go double blue. Now. Alright, so we need 2 deserts. Let's go with Hashep Oasis and Ifnir Deadlands. Alright. Well, I mean, we've got a ton of answers here, but we do need to really get like on the ball with answering his stuff. We're looking for, put that in the graveyard. Yes. All right, a spring to mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can cast this and we can draw. So this would thin the deck. Well, we got one basic left. Yep, one basic left. All right, so that was the last basic. We're probably going to take 4 here. Maybe there's an argument to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nah, no argument to. No. Like I could make a land drop if I played the. Alright, so there's a spray. So he's gonna struggle. Alright, so he's gonna cast survive. I'm gonna draw cards. Scatter and... Alright, well, I mean, he just shuffled our Carnage Tyrants and stuff back into the library, which he shuffled his as well. Ooh, put that in the graveyard? No. No, we do not. I wonder if he has the Abrade. Sweet. Alright. There we go. Rocking and rolling now. Well, we took 2. I mean, we can deal with that. Hour of Promise. Put Hour of Promise into your graveyard? No. We'll just cast that. What do we want to use? Haship? Sure. Haship will work. Okay, so we can get Scavenger Grounds to deal with the Rekindling Phoenix. And the Arch of Araska. Alright, well, we will just pass the turn. Okay, cycles a Thicket. Merfolk Branchwalker. Double blue. I'll counter it. He didn't even swing! What? Didn't even swing. Didn't even bother. On the graveyard? Nah. It's like the best card we can draw, right? I think at this point I'm actually going to start getting deserts and then we're just going to mill the opponent. Right? Like, do we do that? Okay, so let's start doing math here. One, two, three. I'm not going to swing. Alright, so these require... Alright, so these are 4 each. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. We've got 28 cards. We're a long way from there. Alright, well. And with his struggle to survive, it may not be the best decision. No. We will not put that into the grave. I just keep getting all cards that I want to draw. We might actually just take over from here. So he'll really need to answer that. Can we start crashing? No, because I want to use my mana to draw a card off of Arch of Araska this turn. So I think that's where I'm going with this one, is the Arch of Araska. Absolutely, How Internet. We're going for I mean, he's got 3 cards in hand. I'm expecting him to get to the point where he's like, alright, I'm turning things sideways, but he ain't got there yet. Well, that's pretty good. Metallurgic Summonings, yes. Well, at least we put one on the stack, right? Right? Wow. That deck did like nothing to us. Oh my goodness, that deck was just. Oh, game 1, he was just hurt. All right, so wow. All right. I want the Scarab God. I assume he's taking out much removal right now. What changes do we make? Like nothing? Like main deck we're built to beat this? Right, just sack it, fill your hands up for more shenanigans. What did you miss, Ryan? Well, you missed some new emojis. You missed us just crushing this this deck here in game 1. The gift was decent there, wasn't it? All of this was good. Fatal Push might be like the weakest card here. Yeah, I'm not taking any of this other stuff. Man, this deck is just so sweet. Yeah, is it Fatal Push? Do we just take out Fatal Push? River's Rebuke, is that anything? Is that worth it? Dice in the gas can. Yeah, somebody asked for a gas can the other night, and like I either want the gas can or like flames. Vanessa was talking about, you know, making flames or something like that. What do we want to bring in versus this deck? Like, we're just really... We don't need the Scarab God here? Come on, man. It's so good against... Phoenix. We just take their Phoenix, and then we get the extra blocker, and... Zaxdillo, was that you that wanted the gas can? Okay. Duress over push against a red-green aggro deck. No way. No way. Even in the sideboard, when he brings in like more removal and slows his deck down even more, I still don't want to be. I still don't want to be you know, duressing him, looking at Carnage Tyrants and stuff like that. Field I bring in for anything that has flip lands. What would we? What does the red-green aggro deck like run? I just don't know what they run. So wow, I bet that is quite a laugh. All right, well, we're on the right path here. We can stop the turn 2 with the Moment of Cravings. Oh, we don't have the black. We can go get it if we top deck any other land, though. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Maybe I should have mulliganed, but I think we're good here. Hopefully we'll draw a land. Thrashing Brontodon entered the revealed zone there. We need a land next turn or things are gonna get bad. Okay, come on, top deck gods. We need that top deck. Come on, let's pull gas off the top. Gas off the top, opponent. Just land. Land is gas. Land equals gas. Let's go. Alright, Brash. Our opponent stops us in our upkeep like every time here. Of course, I'm grabbing the black source. Well, we do take a beating here. We're gonna take a heck of a beating. That ain't what we're looking for. This ain't gonna go so well, guys. 1, 2, 3, 6. We'll be at 1 after this, and I'm not 100% we actually even can kill everything. Yeah, we can't. I don't think we can stop everything. Top deck would have to be... Top deck would have to be like a desert, but yet it would also have to be a compass for us to survive. So, Karki. Sorry. Yep, that's gonna do it. Yeah, just getting stuck on land there. I should have mulliganed. I definitely should have mulliganed that. River's Rebuke. I'll play that over the Scarab God. That sounds decent anyway. So, like, what would Duress have done to save us there, right? Like, I just, yeah. Do I think this could win F&M? Sure. I think this deck's actually crazy powerful. I really think this deck could possibly win F&M. And now you would definitely want to play with it more than I do, and you'd want to tailor the sideboard for your F&M. But like, I didn't even get a chance to test this for tonight. Like, I was like, okay, you know, we'll try the idea. We'll see what happens. There's another reason I just really didn't want to change much of Jim Davis's list. So, all right. All of this looks good, except for the fact we don't have a blue land. I'm going to keep, though. We've got 4 lands. We've got our turn 3 spring. Alright, here we go. We'll have double black. We'll have green on 3. Come on, blue. Got it. Got there. Got there. We don't have Keel, so... Do we just leave Walking Ballista? We're going to tap out next turn. What does he play on 3? Brontodon, Deathgorge Scavenger, something like that, to eat our spring. All right, you can have your Ballista, dude. You got it. Ballista's all yours, buddy. We've got a ton of removal. We could still draw like Fatal Push or something to get rid of it. Go ahead and... Do I get double green or double blue here? So it's island or forest. Island means I don't pay life to cast Essence Scatter. Hope we get a green source. Deathgorge Scavenger, exactly like we expected. Maybe I should have got the double green because I was expecting the Deathgorge. Well, that's fine. Alright, well, we can push this and we can counter whatever else he's going to play. Alright, so we've dealt with the ballista. And there were no cards for him to eat here, so... Servant? Servant means next turn he can play Carnage Tyrant. I'm going to counter the Servant. Well, there's our green. Alright, well. We just simply pass the turn here. I mean, he can gain life or he can pressure our life total by eating one of these. Man, he's just full on lands. Is that what it is? Okay, well, we take 4, go to 10. I assume he's got a land. I mean, he cycled one last turn. Like, if he misses a land drop after cycling, nah, he played a land. Hour of Promise. Well, that's pretty good. So if we Hour of Promise, chances are, like, he tries to eat zombies and he puts resources into eating zombies. Yet if we... Yeah, I'm just going to do the Hour. Because from here, we can go if near Deadlands, Scavenger Grounds? What else do we need? Do we have our... Yeah, we've got double black. We've got double blue. We've got double black, double blue, double green now. We don't really have double green. So maybe it's just the other Botanical Sanctum? Or Blooming Marsh? I want to grab the Scavenger Grounds. But I'm also okay with not. So... I think I'm just going to grab a Blooming Marsh here to just give me another green source that I don't have to pay life for. And then hopefully these will buy me a little bit of time, make him spend a little extra, you know, momentum into dealing with these. And then at that point we'll Carnage Tyrant and Rebuke. Alright, so again, he's spending cards here. Either way, it gets eaten. So, we'll see if he uses the rest of his mana to pump. Alright, well, we're definitely, where are we at here? So if near Deadlands, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4. Carnage Tyrant, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can Carnage Tyrant and Spring. Like, we're not going to get mined here. Or we can Spring and mine and die. River's Rebuke is actually really bad here because he goes Walking Ballista, he ticks it down. We take 2 points of damage, go to 4, and then next turn, like, he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plays it for 6, or 6 mana, and, like, then we're almost dead. Alright, well. And then I take 1 life if I want to cast Spring to mine. I think we're just dead to red-green here. Yeah, I couldn't take the 1 life to cast Spring to Mind. I would just be dead to it. So now he pumps. This is 4 power. I have to block it, or yeah, it's lethal. He's just lethal. All right. Well, he's not pumping, but either one, like, so if I block here, yeah, I'm just dead. I am just dead. Don't think about it too hard, opponent. Just pass. You don't want to swing into that Carnage Tyrant. Ooh, he didn't! Okay. Alright. I'm going to swing with Carnage Tyrant. And, yeah. I am probably just dead here, but I am going to try to just swing with this Carnage Tyrant, do a little bit of damage. So we go to 2. We'll go to 1. He plays Ballista. I don't have enough mana to do that. I have to Rebuke, right? I mean, he made a punt a moment ago. He might make another. I guess I kind of punted there. I don't want to really play this Spring to Mind, though. Yeah, he's going to do it. Kill it. Sack it all the way down. Don't even go down to just 1. Take the whole thing. Don't put it back in your hand. You don't need it. 1 more. Come on. Yep, I'm dead. It was fun. It was fun. Don't bet on people punting. Rebuke and hope he punts. Yeah, well. That was actually our only play, was to rebuke and hope he punts. Yeah. Yep. Just got, you know, land screwed in game 2, and then in game 3, like we played a good game. Our answers didn't line up really well, but like we just didn't have answers. We were the aggressor there. So yeah, that wasn't where I wanted to be. I know I had dead lands the whole time. Go back and look at that, and look at each individual spot where I could have cast dead or used dead lands. At that point, I would have just been dead to everything else. So if we would have dead lands, we would have just been dead. Expel from Araska and use Rivulet, and then Rivulet it away. Okay. Like, there was just no real spot. Like, yes, we could have used dead lands, but we were so dead to everything else. Hey, this doesn't look horrible because we can cast everything, but I know the deck's full of green spells. I'm going to keep, though. And we'll Fetid Pool and go from there. Okay, so we're against that deck. Is he going to be like white land, search for Azcanta? Oh my goodness, is he going to turn 3 this on me? I got to stop this turn 3 search for Azcanta, or turn 3 refurbish. Okay, no God-Pharaoh's gift. And he can't turn 3 flip now because I did shoot it. Cat. Okay. Fetid Pools. That's our other blue source. I'll go ahead and play that. Cycles an irrigated farmland. I want to cycle, but I also want to kill the cat at end of turn. Just, I don't know if I should kill the cat at end of turn. I mean, right now, if a God-Pharaoh's gift came down, the only thing that it would actually... The only thing it would actually bring back would be like that dude. Which is 100% pushable. He's just so pushable. Oh, come on. Alright, well. Maybe I should have Doomfalled there. He's still got 2 cards in hand, though. And there's no, there's nothing on the... in the graveyard for him to bring back, so he'll have to spend this turn making all of that happen, and then next turn I'll spend that Doomfalling him. So hopefully there's a God-Pharaoh's gift, land, and no refurbish. Okay. I mean, we still got like no cats in here. Or no creatures. Well, that'll be handy. I'm gonna Doomfall the opponent's hand. Ooh, Cast Out and Champion of Wits. Definitely taking the Champion of Wits. He can have the Cast Out. Alright, so he definitely needs to like find a refurbish here. Looks like he revealed nothing off the search for Azcanta. Wow, opponent. He's searching now? He revealed a chart, of course. Okay, so I assume he just spins that. I mean, he's drawing cards. He should have like a ton of cards in hand now. We've got 1 desert, so we can Hour of Promise into 2 more. One of those being... Okay, well, we can actually go get multiple deserts now. Hold on a minute. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Put it on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would give me an answer if he like came up with something next turn, but again, like a 4/4 Minister of Inquiries is currently the best thing he's got. Yeah, I'm gonna just Hour here. So Hour of Promise will grab Scavenger Grounds, and I could get the Arch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab City's Blessing. Alright. So the City's Blessing's up. You hate that cat? Yeah, a lot of people hate this cat. That cat is the biggest roadblock in Standard right now, or speed bump. Yeah. Hard casting the God-Pharaoh's gift. Alright, well, I mean, again, he's going to enter combat and he's going to have 1 creature. It will have haste and he could, like, make some more. He's going to swing with it. He didn't mill himself with it, he just swung. I'll trade. So we trade half of our Hour of Promise for it. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Green, and gain some life back. I'm gonna give it to him for this turn. I mean, he's still got the cast out. If he wants to cast out this turn, that's fine. I mean, he hasn't gotten rid of it yet. Alright, we've got one minister in the grave. Ooh, we got him a champion of wits. Alright, well, that's going to be different. Drew plenty of cards on us. So maybe I should have sacked the graves. But he still would have been able to throw the champion of wits in. So that wouldn't have mattered. Maybe I should have held up the Vraska's Contempt over the Metallurgic Summonings. But if he doesn't get an angel in the... Is there really no angel in the grave? Alright, so we know he has a cast out. Cast out on your turn. Of course you do. Of course you do. Okay, well, that's not terrific for us. Oh, he embalmed a cat. Or he played a cat. There we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12. Let's make some blockers. Alright, so we want Ipnu Hash it. Just more deserts. More deserts. Alright, well, I will pass. Angel. That is definitely an angel. So he can get a minister? Do I sack this for a minister? Yeah, I can't take 4 more damage here. So we take 5, he gains. Sure. I mean, if he wants to bring them back this turn, that's fine. Alright, Spring to Mine. That's fairly good. So let's go ahead and get rid of the angel because that needs to happen. Undo. We'll go review that. Green source. Desert. Colorless. We get, what, island? Or no, we get a forest. More green. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're looking at taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if we don't sack the graveyards. We draw 2 cards if we take the 9. Alright, well. We'll stop 4 points of damage. That was horrible. Man, that felt so bad, didn't it? Alright, well, let's take 5, go to 7. I really liked the fact that, you know, the white version of this deck had board wipe. And I hate that black doesn't have any type of board wipe. He's got 23. 1, 2, 3, 4. 12, 16. What is he doing? Just spending most of his turn filling his grave? Search for Azcanta. Do I even play this? Alright, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 16. We're one desert off of just milling him completely out. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to sack the grave, but we're also just dead here. Like, we're dead on board right here. I don't know how to save us from that. We're so dead on board. Use Bantu's Last Reckoning in yours, Crazy Taco? Yeah. Like, that may be what this deck needs, is a board wipe. Alright, so we need a Vraska's Contempt off the top to save us. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't cycle it or play this and still have a chance at Vraska's Contempt. What about a Fatal Push, huh? Deadlands. Hey, look, we have enough deserts to mill him now. Okay, well, yeah, this deck definitely probably needs some real practice to know which lines you need to be able to take. The deck's extremely... never mind. Alright, what do we do here? Appetite for the Unnatural comes in. Field of Ruin comes in. Duress. Yeah, this is... I don't know. Duress is kind of bad versus them. River's Rebuke is not. I mean, they are cheating something into play, so if we can cast an early River's Rebuke... I'm going to take out 1 Summonings. Just because he has, like, cast outs and things like that. Search for Azcanta may be good. I don't think it's where I want to be, and neither is Essence Scatter. I think I want to be on these 3 negates right here. I don't want Fatal Push, but I don't want Duress either. I mean, Duress is good to pull, like... the only thing you can really hit Duress with, in my opinion, is Refurbish. If you hit anything other than Refurbish, you just help the opponent out. So, I definitely think the Scarab God's one that I want. And then... I don't want an Argyle's Bloodfast. Maybe I'd just leave in the other summonings. I'm going to run it like that. We'll run like this, and... oh, you like... okay, so you guys like negate over scatter and bring in the God. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, the God's really good because, I mean, if I get back an Angel of Invention or something, we're talking, like, just gravy. The Artisan Angler. Fishing for artisans. I like it. I like it. Thanks for subscribing, sir. Oh, no. We cannot keep this. Man, it's got all the things. Yeah, we will keep this. It's not perfect, but we will keep. So, we've got a gift on 3. We've got thematic on 2. Vraska's Contempt on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. How many summonings are in the deck? There are 2. There are 2 in the deck, and I mean, I could see running more maybe, but I just don't think you need them. Like, we've seen one every game that we lived, of course. Doomfall? I'm going to put it on the top. I don't mind drawing it here, because I might cast it on turn 3 if it looks like he's about to, like, if his graveyard is full of the things I don't want to see. I definitely may turn 3 a Doomfall to see if I can grab a Refurbish. So, we will see. But for now, we're just going to play a Compass and pass. Pass the turn. Summonings approach. Wow, yeah, I mean, we could technically cast approach, but not easily. This is the only Gift of Paradise in the whole deck. I do like that it is in the deck, though. Alright, so chart, strategic, and a minister. There's an Ipnu Rivulet. We don't have anything we're really interested in ramping into. So I'm not going to Doomfall this turn. He's not going to, like, play his Refurbish this turn. So we will see if he, like, puts the perfect things in the graveyard. So if he goes, like, God-Pharaoh's Gift right here. God-Pharaoh's Gift, Angel of Sanctions. We're going to look at his hand. He has Refurbish, Cast Out, and Chart a Course. Well, we're taking the Refurbish, and we will pass. Why only one? I don't know. That's how many Jim Davis had in the list. There's just no, the list is so tight, it just didn't have any room for it. Gotta sleep for class tomorrow. Well, I understand, sir. You gotta go to school. You gotta go to school. Why control and no creatures? Because that's a real control deck? I don't know what to tell you, Rush. I'm gonna make my land drop here. And we will pass. So, I mean, he's got Angel. He's got all the good stuff in the grave. I mean, if he gets a Refurbish, yeah, we're done for. Done for, I tell ya. Done for. Didn't have the negate. Angel of Sanctions. What are you taking? Really? I can't believe you didn't take our gift. Well, we're going to take 4 here. I'm actually interested in taking 6. I'm not interested in killing this Champion of Wits to let him get it back next turn. Or let him get it back after he gets an Angel of Invention or something. That was a pretty good top deck. Alright. I'm going to pass here. Alright, he's going to cycle a farmland. So, the 2 cards that I took out of this deck in the main board to make the deck Metallurgic Summonings was a single Fatal Push and the Sandworm Convergence. So, really? Alright, well, that happened. Not a lot I can do about that. Plains. I'm gonna sack the Ipnu so that I can do this again. Carnage Tyrant. What does that do? Lets us fight? That's all that does, is lets us fight. I mean, if he's got the cards in hand, then we're just dead. But this does give us a fighting chance. Farmland. Okay. Is this an angel? Oh, he's gonna mill himself. He hit 0 creatures. Nice. Talk about luck. Well, that's pretty good for us. Alright. I think I just wait. This way I can negate Ouroboros' Contempt here. He's got 6 cards in hand, though. I'm assuming he's got just a ton of answers here. Oh, wow, he's just going to go ahead and go into combat. Give me my thematic compass back. Oh, he's got a negate. I kind of need to fight over it. I can't let my life total drop that low. Was he just got like negate, negate, negate in his deck? And he's just going to negate again? Look at that. Wow. Alright, well, 1 for 1, 1 for 1. And a search for Azcanta. There's a rivulet. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Wait, I played a rivulet this turn. Cancel. Alright, pass. So I'm at 7. He's gonna be able to mill. I have to keep up the scavenger grounds. We're just dead. Oh, what's up for the Horde? How you doing, sir? You're a Grizzlebrand kid? You're a Grizzlebrand kind of guy there, Rush? Grizzlebrand's really good. You guys are Modern fans? I can't believe you guys like Modern. Land, hostile, or negate and hostile desert. Or, sorry, he pitched a hostile desert. What is he looking for here? He gets a cast out. Minister gets a Champion of Wits. I hate to do it, but I kind of need to get rid of this Ipnu again. Like, he may just end up milling himself out. Alright, so he's going to cast something out here. Alright, cast out the Thematic Compass. He still can't swing, though. could play it. I mean, I've had to give up so many of my lands this game. I mean, I guess he's only a matter of time before just getting to the answer, or getting to a flyer, and then at that point, I'm just in trouble. Man, it just seems so strange, this game does. Sanctions? Alright, well, we are definitely going to need something decent off the top here. That ain't really it. I mean, it keeps the graveyard clean, but what does it do for us? Okay, he has planes in the grave. He digs, he finds, let's see, use cast out. We have no clue what's in his hand. He gets a negate. Alright. Alright, so he swings with an angel. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, well. I'm cycling this one. And that's going to be game. We got one more card we can draw. And if it's not a Veraska's never mind. We're dead. No, we're not. We're not dead, but... he pitched a refurbish. We've got zero, like he just swings with everything here. Yeah. There we go. 0 outs, yeah. What's up, Mustachio? Neophilus Nublios? Neophilus Nublios. What is a Neophilus Nublios? Nublos. Neblos? Nebulos? Nebulo... I don't know how to say it. New Fellas is like new cat. What is Nubulos? I don't know. I know that I am playing this deck extremely horribly, which is not great, but we're gonna try anyway. GPG decks, man. Like, we had him down to 13 cards in deck, and I don't think that I could have gotten away with not sacking the new rivulets, but it's definitely going to worry me all night that there was a line there somewhere where I would have been able to like sack 4 different spells to put him down. I don't know. I would have had to do at least 5. 4 wouldn't have done it. No, sorry. 4 would have done it. 3 wouldn't have done it. Because 4 would have been 12. He was at 13 cards there when I died. So, but I think I would have just been dead much sooner. Well, Rush, that's the thing, is I've already entered a league with it, and just like when you sit down at Friday Night Magic and you sit down with your deck, you're not allowed to change it. So if I change it, then I lose the league. However, if we lose the next turn here, then I'm going to keep this just because I do have a Thematic Compass and an Essence Scatter, which is probably still bad. Like, maybe you can't keep hands in this deck that don't have at least 3 or 4 lands. Mono black aggro? We might be in trouble. Ooh. Botanical Sanctum. So how quick can we be? What are we worried about on 2? 1 drop, 1 drop. Thematic Compass, and then Spring. I'm actually not going to play the Thematic Compass right now. I don't see a turn in the next 3 or 4 turns where I actually get a chance to tap it for anything, so I think it's just kind of safer in hand. He keep a 1-lander, or is he he's a second main phase land guy? Alright, Grasping Scoundrel. That's kind of what we were afraid of. 1 drop into 1 drop. So that's a swings for 2. I'm going to counter it. Just because everything in this deck's going to be like that, so. Is a low. Man, I could have left that on there if you hadn't put that last word in it. Now I gotta delete it. For a leopard? Okay. Alright. I got you. Yeah. Vicious Conquistador. Yeah, well, vicious little fella. Oh, those conquistadors, man. You gotta watch them. You gotta watch them. Alright, so we're gonna spring to mine, take our beats, go to 14 minimum. We got another black source in hand. We've got blue on deck. We've got green on deck. Let's just grab another black source here. This way we can threaten the Vraska's Contempt, even though he hasn't seen this yet. Well, thank you. Thank you. See, I actually thought it was like new cat something, so if it was for a leopard, that's pretty cool. Like, thank you very much. I'm glad you liked the stream, and sorry I couldn't show your message. There's just some words that YouTube just doesn't like. Doesn't bother me. You guys can say whatever you want. Right. Like, Rush is like one of the people I want to make a moderator, but I end up like blocking 4 or 5 of his messages a week, so if he had moderator, I wouldn't even see them to block them. It would just let them through, and then that would do damage to the community. So, Neo, thank you, man. Wow. You didn't have to do that, but thank you very much. CA $2. What is this? Where's CA? Where are you from, Neo? Oh man, like I don't have enough to be able to play. All right, so I'll play this turn, and then will Vraska's Contempt something? Vancouver. Okay, Canadian dollar. Okay, $2 Canadian. Gee, I should have known that. Oh, you in BC? You got the Beasters? Somebody's gonna get that joke. He's got the Beasters. If he's in Canada, he plays Magic. He's got the Beasters. Hey, BC's where it's at. Supernatural stamina wouldn't have worked, but still. Scrappy. Scrap it. Well, the one thing I absolutely loved about the white version of this deck was it's Nebliosa, not Nebliosa. Josh, I know you didn't just hit me with that. Josh, you just didn't Hermione Granger me. Whatever. Alright, whatever. And we're so dead. This deck has just not lined up with anything that we've... Yeah, I want to buy a settle, you know, board wipe, something. So, I have definitely felt that the meta has been going wider to help combat against... decks like... Grixis midrange that has all the targeted removal and stuff, so... Josh is a Potterhead. And there's a Bone Picker. Of course. Of course. So, Fumigate. Well, wouldn't that be nice, right? So, what? I can stop one of them from attacking? We're so dead. Like, we've just been dead before we even gotten started today. Like, I want to say that there's probably plays I could have made that would have just been better. Like, that I could have just made better plays. Like, but I'm having a real hard time trying to figure out what they are. And we're just so dead. Yeah. Yeah. Dead. What's depression? Depression is a mono white deck that Zaxadillo's got. That it basically just says no to everything, wipes the board over and over and over again. If I was going to build my clock it deck to clock the opponent, I would play depression. We held a dude off. He had to get to 1,000 life and like pushed a dude into time when he had like ridiculous amounts of stuff on the battlefield. So, yeah. If you go back and look at my mono-colored series, there's a mono-white deck. We played his depression deck as part of that. I also played mono-white approach, but his depression deck was actually much meaner than my approach deck. What can we... Alright, so we need the contraband kingpins for sure. He might be able to deal with that. New cat. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Neophilus. Neophilus. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I expect him to actually have an answer for the Scarab God. But he may also not expect us to be the Scarab God deck. Search for Escanta is really slow. We're just not going to be able to get there with that. Like taking turn 2 off to play a Search for Escanta is going to hurt. Man, he might have Argyle's Bloodfast out of the side, which is really good in those mono black decks when they run into a control deck and they just don't need their life total. So they just trade their life total in for cards. This card's so good against control. Why couldn't have we played a bunch of control so I could have milled somebody out? Instead, I get everyone that's pushing my life total. Why can't we just run into, like, approach? We run into approach all the other nights, and now we can't run into approach. It's just nothing but aggro. That's how it works, though, right? So I definitely think that the meta is shifting towards aggro, not just because of this league, but the other leagues I've been doing this weekend. And, man, it just seems like everything's getting really aggro. I mean, we just keep in our contraband kingpins. I don't see Clouded Cheetah. Alright. Clouded Cheetah. This is a bad hand, but a good hand. So we go turn 1, turn 2. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep this Contraband Kingpin Fatal Push hand. I know we've got the double Tyrants here, like clogging the hand, but I think that we really want to just be on the Contraband Kingpin here. Hopefully he won't just be like Fatal Push, Bone Picker, ha ha ha. Alright, buy us time and we'll outgrow this deck. Just buy some time. Spring to Mind off the top would be great. I think it's about time to play the Sultai GPG deck again. So. He swung. He swung. He's got a bone picker. Oh no. I don't want a bone picker. Oh my goodness. I block here, I died a bone picker, guys. Oh my goodness. Well, I mentioned what I wanted to top deck. The deck heard me. We've got black. We do need double blue, but we also need double green. I think I'm actually going to go for the island, though, because I'm going to need that a little bit before I need the... Oh, man. He's got a one-land hand, so... Do I just take 4 here and just don't bone... Like, no bone picker? Man, this hurts so bad. Oh. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just wrong. Oh, he just had a supernatural stamina. Okay, well, that's fine. That's not a bone picker. This is a bone picker. No, that's a night market lookout. Wow. All right. Right. I wish you could, like, tell Nightbot, like, send the message to somebody else. So, Boros, what's up, fella? I mean, if he didn't bone picker last turn, then he just doesn't have it. So, it was supernatural stamina I was playing around, but okay. It was really nice to top deck the other one. That's an Aetherborn. There are some decent Aetherborns, aren't they? He's still got 5 cards in hand. I don't know. I'm still going to push this thing. I should have got it before he entered combat. In paper, you definitely would. I definitely would have looked and said, "Hey, before you enter combat." But we will find out if I just get blown out here. No picker. Okay. Siphoner. Land. Come on, land. Land. It's a thematic compass. I'm gonna play it because I have a play to make, but. Ooh, put that on top or bottom. Man, I want it. I really want it, but I actually can't afford to use it, so I've got to put it on the bottom. Although it would be perfect to, like, just say, hey, I'm going to draw this, and then 2 turns from now, I'll play it. Because next turn I could just, like, you know, use my compass to get something, but I can still use my compass. Sure, dude. You got my Metallurgic Summonings. Got me. Got me, fella. Scrap it. Energy. I know I clicked put that on the bottom. Right, we got no deserts whatsoever. All right, well, yeah. When you need to research the Harvard preschool project for an essay. Harvard preschool project. What? What are you talking about, Zax? The game wants me to have an hour of promise. It does. It clearly does. I don't know how we'll win. He got our namesake. What? I didn't need it anyway. Go on. Wasn't gonna do nothing but give me blockers and help me stay alive a couple more turns. I didn't need that land. He's only got one card left in hand, so he can like just bring it back. But I mean, I gain a life. It's still like taking 2 here, but I at least got to kill something, and it'll make him spend a little more mana. Oh, it's a Hashep Aces. I mean, he can bring the Dread Wanderer back and just get in for damage. Start, you know, sending scrap heap scroungers my way. He gets a free swing with Glint Sleeve because he knows that I'm not getting in there. I gotta stop damage at this point. So I'm gonna take 3. I'm gonna take 2 effectively. Go to 6. You got supernatural stamina here. Okay. I mean, it doesn't give it trample. I'm still only taking 2, so I'll be at 6 at the end of this. Land off the top would be really good, but I mean, he's gonna be able to bring some stuff back. That's not bad. That is not bad. What's up, Jack? We're not doing great. Apparently this deck's just harder to play than I gave it credit for. And I'm either just picking really bad lines or something like that, but it hasn't felt great. Felt like I just had all the wrong answers for every deck we've played. But then again, we've played a ton of decks that were turning things sideways on me. So, well, not a ton, but this is the 3rd one, and they've all been fairly aggro. So, do we need Scavenger Grounds? No. We need 2 deserts. So I could get Deadlands, Scavenger Grounds? Yeah. I take 3 next? No, I only take... Yeah, I don't take that many. Okay, so... Yep. Alright, well. I'm gonna get aggressive. And we'll try to, like, just stave off a little bit of damage and see what happens. Okay, so he cannot turn everything sideways or he's just dead. He needs to remove zombies before he actually gets into combat. Hope you don't swing with everything, fella. Ouch. Okay. I'm gonna block. Remove from combat. So I'll effectively take 1 point of damage here unless he's got some pump. He's got 1 block or 1 point of toughness that he can block with. And this is going to be swinging for 10 next turn. So he definitely needs to put some blockers up. He has an Ifnir, but Ifnir requires 4 mana to activate. Like, you need Ifnir plus 4 other mana, so it's 5 mana total. Right? And then we have Hashep Oasis to swing with Trample. So, if... Well, we're gonna make him just, like, pay everything. I don't know, so now he has to block with both of these, so he loses both of these guys. Oh, he just scooped it up. Sweet! He would have been at 1 if he would have blocked with both. Right? Like, that turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. Yeah, he just didn't have the mana. Well, Ifnir's also, Ifnir is also a sorcery speed, so he just jumped straight into combat, so clearly he wasn't really worried about that. Do we make any changes? Doomfall seems like it's bad here, honestly. The Scarab God and maybe just more land. Go to 27 land, just guarantee that we don't miss a drop. I would like to have more threats, but I don't think that's going to be great. River's Rebuke ain't great because, like, you just put everything back in his hand and he can play it all in 1 turn. Maybe I'll pull my searches back. Yeah, I'll just grab the searches back. Alright, here we go. Shows how much you play with Ifnir. Understood. Understood. Bant tempo counters. Sounds interesting. Well, we don't have green, but we've got Compass and a Moment of Craving, which is really good in the matchup. Compass will be good later, but man, that means we're taking turn 3 off to use it. We've also got 2 deserts, which will be good, so that's the plan. Alright, here he comes. He's getting in there. He ain't joking. He's being serious. Alright, well, we're desert heavy. Here we go. I wish I had something in hand that I could going to be my moment of craven target. Come on, green source. Green source off the top in the next two. One of the next two needs to be green. Wow, another rivulet. Alright, well, I'm going to pass here. He can't draw a card yet. I don't think he has instant speed. So I'm just going to kill that, and we'll see if we get a bone picker here. We'll take two, go to 18. It's pretty funny. He didn't swing last turn on this. Or no, he did. He did. I gained 2 there. Not bad. Another glint. Oh, come on. Green. Green source. Where you at, green? Oh. Alright, well. I'm going to pay the 1 blue. Alright, well. I'm doing this so that we can dig. Next turn is going to be like thematic compass, and then pray we live long enough. Like, this deck has a ton of early interaction, and it just seems like we just can't draw it. Maybe I should be mulliganing to it. Like, so, I guess if I played the deck more, I would know, like, okay, in this matchup, I really need to mulligan down to this, or I need to mulligan to that. Does he take Spring to Mine or a Compass? Doesn't matter. Can't cast Spring. Okay, so he took a card I can't even cast. Grasping Scoundrel. Alright, so we get another Spring to Mine on top, put that in the graveyard. Yeah, sure. Look at that. Dressed myself, opponent. Gonna play a Compass. Cycle a Desert. Next turn we can play a Compass and tap a Compass to go get a green. I mean, we're going to be dead before this Compass does anything. And we're taking 6 right here, going to 7. Wow. Seems good. Yes, throw that in the graveyard, considering I'm dead anyway. Oh, yeah, thanks. Alright, cool. Tilt. Just straight, pure tilt. Done. Done. Alright, hey, look. We lost 3 in a row. You know what happens? 3 in a row. 0-3 drop, right? That's horrible. Horrible. There is no Bantu's Last Reckoning. Maybe Jim Davis is just that awesome. He's just that awesome. I think he lost a game or 2 on his stream too, but yeah, I'm not going on through the league. We can make some changes to the deck. We can go play another game or 2 or something like that. But I'm not going to continue in the league. I would rather make changes and try the deck with better options. But yeah, well. If nothing else, I hope this guys lets you know like what beats this deck. I mean, I've heard people talk about, man, I got beat by this Sultai deck with Carnage Tyrant, and that is this deck. This is the Carnage Tyrant Sultai deck. Like, that's all it is. Like, the main win con is Carnage Tyrant. It doesn't run the card where you go pull cards out of your sideboard. Mastermind's Acquisition, stuff like that. Personally, I think the deck's horrible without a way to wipe the board. Like, Jim Davis is probably going to be like, man, how you trash talking my deck like that? But I'm really not. I just think that since the time that he ran it versus the time that we're running it, and he ran it before the Streamer Showdown, which was like a week and a half ago, the metas were really, like, it was a lot more control. And even though red deck's not a real thing right now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, red deck's still huge. No, it's not. But even though like Redneck's not huge right now, everyone else is like trying to find all these go wide strategies. And if they're going wide and can just chip in at you at, you know, okay, fine, you get to stop one of them, but you're going to take the other 4 1/1s and you're going to take 4 a turn. A lot of decks are doing that right now, so I definitely think that we need to be ready for tokens and go wide strategies. Mono black is actually a go wide strategy because of how many 1-drops it has. The deck's all about, you know, 1 mana, 1 mana, 1 mana, 1 mana. Okay, here 2 mana dude. Oh, Bone Picker. I'm going to play that for 1 mana. So like the whole deck tops out at like 3 mana and stuff like that. So mono black aggro, really good deck. Just ran over us. I'm not saying this deck is bad. I'm just saying that you might want to run this deck when it's a little bit more in the less aggro, like more control decks and stuff. Even Jim Davis said on his video that the main primary win condition of this deck was to gain control of the deck, or gain control of the board state and then mill them out in the late game, which I am having way too hard of a time to getting to turn 6 or 7, much less trying to do really complicated late game you know, lines and stuff like that. Like when you get to like turn 7, 8, 9, like you have so much mana at that point that your lines get extremely complicated, and that's kind of where I thought that I would be getting into like punts and stuff like that. But it seems like the opponents just didn't allow us to even get into the late game. And the few turns that we did get into the late game was the one game that we won. Like when we got into the late game, the deck surely took over. So maybe we need to look at some stuff to help get us there. And unfortunately, I don't know what it is in these colors. Like, what board wipe do we have? Bantu's Last Reckoning seems horrible. So right, I'm with you, SD. Like, yeah, Bantlands has Approach, Fumigate. I really like the Bantlands deck that he built. Matter of fact, that was one of the ones I have in paper, is my Bant control deck. And that's my Approach deck for Rivals of Ixalan, and then my other deck was Grixis Midrange. So like I always try to pick 2 decks that are kind of on slightly opposite ends of the spectrum. One had no creatures, the other one was a nice mid-range deck. So like I'm a big fan of the Bantlands, but Yahini's Expertise, that's it. That is the one. Okay. Couldn't we like Expertise main board? I mean, yeah, I know it kills our zombies, but I just think Doomfall's bad. But Yahini's Expertise is really good with Doomfall. Moment of Craving, maybe bad. How about Fatal Push being bad? Golden Demise. Okay, Golden Demise is good. Torment of Hellfire is a finisher. I'm going to say no to that. Torment of Hellfire is a bad card. Yeah, I just don't like Torment. I just don't like the card. Have you, like, nobody's winning with Torment of Hellfire decks. Run more ramp with Expertise. Well, one of the beautiful parts about... Oh, no. Expertise can't even cast Spring to Mine. You cannot cast a Spring off of Expertise. Yeah, if you had Expertise, you'd have to go up on Gift of Paradise. And Spring to Mine was, according to Jim Davis, was one of the reasons he wanted to be in the color. So, right. Expertise into Doomfall is great. You wipe the board, you take off whatever's left. Expertise into Search for Azcanta would be fine. Expertise into Compass. Expertise into Gift. Pretty much Expertise into anything other than Essence Scatter or like Moment of Craving. Even Expertise into Moment of Craving will kill Hazard, but yeah. You win with Torment of Hellfire? Really, for the Horde? You win with Torment of Hellfire, or you play a deck with Torment of Hellfire? Alright. I'm borderline being offensive, so I'll quit. I don't like Torment of Hellfire. Alright? I don't think Torment of Hellfire is a good card. I don't want to play with Torment of Hellfire. I don't want to spend 10-15 mana into negate. Like, I just don't. I also don't want to be holding a card that does nothing unless I have a deck built completely around it. So, yeah. You cannot cast Spring off of it, MTG. No, you cannot. No. Okay, so let me explain this because, like, somebody said that you could cast it, somebody said you could not. But, no offense, but I just love shredding people with it. Well, good for you, man. I just have not had a good thing with Torment of Hellfire. See, jank MTG, man, I would rather play, like, Pull from Tomorrow than Torment of Hellfire. I really would. I'm going to refill my hand. Do you think I'm not going to win now? Like, if the deck was in control enough to cast that in the first place, I'm probably going to win if I refill my hand. Alright, so let me explain this spell real quick and how these work. Alright. On the stack, it is whatever converted mana cost of the half that you have cast. So, for Metallurgic Summonings, if I cast Spring, it'll be a 3 converted mana cost spell. If I cast mine, it will be a 6 converted mana cost spell. However, everywhere else other than the stack, this is a 9 converted mana cost spell. Alright? So, in my hand, in the graveyard, in my library, in exile, it is a 9 converted mana cost spell. However, on the stack, this is either a 3 or a 6. Now, the same can be done with, like, X cost spells. We'll say Pull from Tomorrow or Torment of Hellfire. We'll say Pull from Tomorrow because it's 1 blue and X. So you cast it for 10 mana. Well, that's a dumb rule. It is. It is. It used to be the other way around, where on the stack it was actually everything, and then in your hand you could actually pick which side of it, and then that was actually more broken because you could be like, Metallurgic Summonings, make a 9/9. And that would work. And I've actually seen people try that in paper and stuff like that, cast Commit to Memory and be like, bam, 10/10. What are you going to do about it? And it's like, no, that's a 4/4. So make sure you guys understand that that's how those split cards work. It's because of the expertise cycle. That's for a bunch of things, and like modern and a whole bunch of other things. I just realized, Zach, that you were talking to the other conversation and not myself there. But yeah, is the stream almost over? No, Doc. I'm actually going to play around with like 3 or 4 cards here, and then I'm going to jump back into at least one more game with some board wipe. We were just kind of talking about the deck and how spells and things like that work. By the way, guys, I'm going for my judges test, my level 1 judges test this Wednesday. I'm excited that hopefully I'll be able to pass my level 1 judge. Pia's Revolution. Guess what, Jeff? Guess what we're playing tomorrow? Magic Hefe. Guess what we're playing tomorrow? Huh? Pia's Revolution, brother. We are going to play some jank before I move. So tomorrow will just be some pure jank. Yeah. Absolutely. We'll play some. We're playing with Pia's Revolution tomorrow. So, how would I say the meta is right now? Swinging somewhere between like turn 4 and 7. So not exactly aggro, but not exactly mid-range. I don't think the meta is as control as it should be. But that's going to be due to another shift. Everyone realized that Red Deck was dead and went control like last week and the week before, and control kind of took over. And now everyone realizes that everyone's got targeted removal, like decks like this one. Take for example this deck. Everything in it is targeted removal. Jim Davis played the exact same deck like 2 weeks ago. Put the post up like last week or something like that. But he played the exact same deck before the Streamer Showdown, and well, almost the same deck, 2 cards difference in the main board, and he played against mostly control decks and things, and Now we're seeing the deck shift back over towards like artifacts and or not artifacts, but aggro and go wide strategies. Now a lot of that's got a lot to do with the green white cats deck or the green white tokens deck, Watley deck, like the Watley deck that Saffron Olive come out with here. I guess it was what, a week and a half ago that Saffron Olive came out with the Watley deck. The Watley deck that he came out with got everyone to realize just how good go wide strategies are, how good Saram's expertise and Servo Expedition are, because those yeah, right now it's low to the ground. It's low to the ground in mid range. Everyone's trying to get under stuff. So anyway, the meta has shifted to go wide. So your targeted removal is not going to be enough. You're even if you're running Grixis mid-range and things like that, you're going to want at least some fiery cannonades, golden demise, something like that in the sideboard. So I'm definitely want to give you guys a heads up. Either, like, if you don't think that your meta is going to change this coming week, then you need to get something that goes wide. Servo Expedition, Saram's Expertise, Queen's Commission, Call to the Feast. Like, those cards that give you like 3 or 4 bodies at a time are going to be really, really good. So your Pummeler deck actually seems like it would die really easily to, you know, the targeted removal if everyone else at your local meta doesn't change. But if everyone pays attention to what's happening here in the meta and they all change with it, then you're going to see a lot of vampires. You're going to see a lot of stuff like that. We're actually seeing a Braid start shifting back into the sideboard, which means that, you know, I've been talking about Grixis, you know, Whirler Virtuoso needed to kind of go on the back burner for a little while, but as we're going wide, we're going to start seeing those Whirler Virtuosos that had been dying down to like 2 copies in your Grixis midrange. Those are going to start picking back up. We're going to see 3 and 4 copies in our Grixis midrange again. So like that was one of the things we were able to watch back when Teamer Energy was a thing. We were able to watch the count of a Braid from the sideboard to the main board and Whirler Virtuosos from the main board, period. So we were able to just see all of like these cards just kind of rotate in and out. That was the 2 cards in the deck that kind of toggled as red deck became more prevalent or versus red deck dying. So I highly expect to see that. Alright, so I'm actually going to just remove Doomfall, and I just want to try it with Yahinis. I think I own some Yahinis expertise. We'll see. Sure, I got 3. Wish I had those. Those are pretty. I wish I had Yahinis Yahinis expertise. That's sharp. Like, look at that, man. Ain't he awesome? Good old Yahini. Just doing stuff. Recharging his battery on this poor dude's soul. Alright. Oh no, I used all my points, so I'll have to go win some more. Touch screens are horrible, right? I hope you guys like did enjoy my little rant there. Why does this look so bad? I'm gonna cycle on 2, but or do I just? I'm gonna keep. We've got lands. I know that when we don't have lands, it doesn't run right. Like, it's basically, I think that I took the Doomfalls out. Really? Are we just playing the mirror here? Sure we are. It's the mirror. It can't be Grixis, right? You don't have a red source. No, it ain't the mirror. Got a negate? No sensor? Cool. I thought this was more powerful to bring down against blue-black. He scooped. I don't know if it's blue-black mid-range or not. Alright, so now I take the Yahinis expertise back out. Yeah, I took the Doomfall out. Yahinis expertise. Yahini's like having Yahini's expertise in the sideboard might have changed every game that we went and played. Like, we just played. Like having 3 copies in the sideboard to bring in those particular matchups might have just done everything. Like this might have been the one card the deck needed to be able to fight against those aggro decks, and just like keep these in the sides and just have like some of your other spells main board or something. I don't know what you would do, but Yahini's expertise might be it. Might be the card. I mean, we made it to 4 and had double black most of the time. We were even like begging for Vraska's Contempt off the top so that we could kill a 2/2. Like, please let me kill a 2/2. So maybe I'm gonna keep Curtis Lotus. All right, Curtis, let's do this. We're with you, dude. We got a fetid pools too. We're with you. Here we go. Oh snap, son! He's Sultai. Alright, let's get a good look here. Man, he's going to try to cast his Nissa on us next turn. I mean, honestly, we're in some trouble, but I'm going to take this Nissa from him, though, because I don't think I can deal with it. I'm going to see if he'll just, like, counter our Spring to Mine. If we get a land. We do need a land off the top, or we can't counter it. We can't do anything. Mardu Approach. Let's see here. What? Time for a Whirler Decoction module. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, well, he tapped out. Land off the top, and we're going to go into Spring. Alright, well, we didn't get there. We didn't get there. It's a land, but we can't use it. Not for a while. Not for a long while with this thing on the battlefield. Get rid of the card Approach. It's leaving in October. Approach rotates out in October, guys. Like, it's almost gone, okay? Like, it's not one that's going to hold us much longer. We got about 6 more months of Approach. So, top card, Spring to Mine, put in the graveyard. Yes. Got a Fatal Push. Alright, well, we're dead. We are so dead. I mean, he just scooped in game 1. Was like, yep. Rush, you take care, sir. Make sure you get some sleep. You know, I know you got to work. So, take care, sir. Are we still on for coffee time tomorrow? No, we are not. No coffee time this week. The plan is to get everything taken care of so that we can get it back up for next week. I know some patrons will be like, why are the patrons like, why do the patrons lose their video time? Because like, part of being a patron is to make sure that the channel succeeds. So, like, if I don't know, I'm just gonna shut up. But no, we're not doing coffee time. And starting Wednesday, yeah, I'm scooping. Starting Wednesday, we're gonna be everything's gonna be pre-recorded. We've got Grixis coming up Wednesday. We've got Vampires coming up Thursday, and then Dinosaurs for the following Monday. I've got nothing on Friday as usual, but we've also got, you know, pre-recorded Patreon games, and I'm gonna pre-record. I haven't recorded it yet, but I'm gonna pre-record the cycling decks for Subscriber Sunday. So hopefully you guys have built some cycling decks and you've got those on the Reddit. I'm going to go through and look at those, and hopefully I can find enough cycling decks. If there's just not enough cycling decks posted, then I might just go ahead and post like Monday's League or something like that. But buy the Fatal Push, and I want more Moment of Craving, I think. Hey, look, a green land. I'm gonna keep. Alright, so here we go. Forest, search for Azcanta. I want to play like a modern deck in Standard. Like just everything that has all the best 1-drops in Standard. Yes! We got it down! It's down! Servant. Alright, so I actually think I sideboarded against this deck wrong. Faded Pools in the graveyard. No. I actually want to ramp here. I mean, like, I think that's one of the important parts about this deck, that if you're going to ramp, you're going to want to, like, clean the board up later. So, like, they're going to get ahead of you if you're trying to spend, like, turn 3 ramping or something like that. So, like, it blows your curve up to not have a way to clean things up, so. Flinging myself into the bed. I told you don't do that. You have to sacrifice the like, you have to sacrifice the David to fling the Rush into bed, man. You can't do that. Alright. Ipni Rivulet in the graveyard? Yeah, see, like, tapping out last turn was just horrible. I shouldn't have tapped out. Like, I'm just a bad player for tapping out right there. Like, I should have known. Okay, he's got a Servant on 2. I should have just killed the Servant or not tapped out. Like, period. We're going to put this in the grave. Yes. And we'll draw whatever. Hey, that's a Compass. I'm going to play Compass and leave up Essence Scatter. Yeah. I think that's the best we can do. I do need to cast a spell here, though, and put something in the grave. Oh, you're gonna kill my 5/5, or exile it and gain 2 life. Here, I'm gonna fling this at you. Fling's actually a really good card that a lot of people like. I've actually played it in quite a few decks. Fling's good. I had an ATOG Fling deck, which was my Pia's Revolution deck. I have 2 Flings in the sideboard of my Pia's Revolution deck. That's right. I waited till Rush had flung himself in the bed before I actually said anything about that. So he's got a 3-mana spell he wants to cast this turn. I'm going to take the damage and counter the Dino. Oh no, we didn't. Alright, cool. Alright, so we gained the 2 life back. Botanical Sanctum. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll put it in the grave. Duress. Sure. Negate? What is he protecting? Alright, well, we're going to have to take a little more damage here. 4 more, taking us to 11. I mean, if he wants to pump, we'll go to 10. We'll put us on a 3-turn clock. I mean, we know he's got a deck full of, like, Disallow and things like that, so... There's the Death Gorge we were talking about. We can't allow that to come down because, like, we're really hinging on being able to get this mine back later. Really, you're gonna... That's a green mana, dude. You can't cast Blossoming Defense on a Death Gorge while it's on the stack. Now you can counter this, like pull out that Spell Pierce. Okay, that's better. Alright, there you go. What? You're not gonna Spell Pierce it? What? Because I've got 2 mana open. Okay, opponent. Alright, what do we do? Throw that in the grave. Yep, I hate it, but we will. A moment of craving. Bam. There. This is all I got, opponent. What do you got? Karizev's expertise into fling, your favorite one. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good, sir. You love people that don't know how hexproof works when they show you their spells. I'm going to draw 2 cards here. Hopefully one of them will be a land. Well, he doesn't have any creatures in my grave to go get, but he's probably going to get back his Death Gorge Scavenger, which will then just would have eaten my my draw 2. And I was hoping to hit a land there where I could like bounce something. At least next turn, like hopefully we can Vraska's Contempt. If not, though, I might just Hour of Promise. Like he's got a couple dudes, but I think we can deal with him. Alright, so yeah. Oh, it's a Servant. Alright, he's going for the Servant. Alright, so Servant's fairly decent for him here. Because it's going to give him enough energy that he can actually, you know... He can swing with this Hydra. Alright, well that's pretty good. We already have one... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that came in tap. Alright. Alright, so we'll make some more zombies. So we'll get, what, Scavenger Grounds and If Near Deadlands. And that'll buy us a little bit of time here. I can't swing into this because he would double block and just get the Scarab God back. We might be able to hold them off for a moment though. Alright, so he's got one card he can bring back. Alright, and we'll take 2. Alright, so now him swinging is a little bit different. We'll see how he gets into combat here. Because we've got a couple options. I left the black source open so that we have a moment of craving that we can cast, or we can cast or use our Spires of Araska to remove something from combat. So depending on how he wants to get into combat will depend on how I want to get into combat. Alright, so he needs to order my zombies in the proper order. Is he just going to let this die? He simply let it die. Alright. That's a good start for us. Okay, so... this takes us back to 6. Alright. We're in a much better position than we were just a moment ago. And might even be able to start coming up from this. Because we can do an Escanta. We can Moment of Craving twice. Or we can remove this. Or we can Moment of Craving and remove something from combat. So we've got some options. And the Scarab God is currently gone. But if he is the Scarab God version of this deck, then he's probably running three to four copies. Where am I from, Chris? I am from northern Mississippi and from eastern Kentucky. Mom was from a redneck from the south. Dad was a hillbilly from the mountains. Together, you have this fine devil. Together, we make the vicious conquistador. Alright, so he's going to eat a Varaska's Contempt to grow. This seems good here. Am I a heel neck or a red billy? That's pretty good, actually. Never thought about that. You know, actually, Dad always thought of himself as none of the above himself. So you can't swing with both. I didn't think so. Man, I cost myself a life, didn't I? I'm gonna do it though. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Big punts. Big punts. Sure. And a negate. Alright, so we get that. We get a negate. And... alright, how do we get into combat here? He's got 4 cards in hand. I actually don't think Scavenger Grounds is what I'm needing in this matchup. I also don't think the Blue Mountain is what I'm needing, but it's one of my only blue sources, so I'm going to get rid of it. Alright, so this means if he wants to... Yeah, alright. I think we can live through this. I think I can live through attacking Raiders, is what I'm trying to say. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... So I can gain 4 life and remove 2 creatures. Alright, here we go. We're getting sideways. Alright, so this swings 5. This swings... Alright. We're good. We're good. We can counter the negate for the Hadana's Climb that he probably... This is probably the turn he's wanting to play a Hadana's Climb. But it looks like maybe not. Maybe he's just going for lethal. He's going to be a little bit off of it. We can negate the disallow. So if he goes to disallow this trigger here, we can negate that. I hope I clicked the right one. Man, that seemed awful close to the other one. Alright, so here's where he goes for the disallow, I think. Okay. So he did have the disallow. He doesn't have enough blue up to counter this. So, alright, so that's going to happen. Yeah, as soon as he jumped into combat, I knew he had the disallow. Like, he just went to combat way too fast to not have disallow right there. Alright, Glint Sleeve. That's a thing. Like, I don't want to, I can't just kill this, because Deathgorge Scavenger is a thing. And if he has another disallow, I'm dead. But, alright, so if I kill this, I gain 2, I go to 7. And then I have, like, his disallow is the only thing that can stop him. So this actually costs 5 mana to do this. To do Ipnu Rivulet. Or Ifnir Deadlands versus just Vraska's Contempting. I mean, him swinging and drawing cards with this is not great. This just seems bad. Oh wow, he's actually blocking. Are we getting ahead of this? Are we getting ahead of this? No way. No way. Yeah, haven't won a round yet. It's Isaiah Padilla? Like, do you play at ManaWorks? The name looks really familiar. Gonti! You probably got something great. And you could cast it, because you're in my colors, even if it wasn't for Maganti. Gonti's pretty good right here, though. So, I might take 2 no matter what. Like, so if he wants to go swing with this, I might just take the 2. Just so I can draw off, just so I can draw off my Escanta. Oh, he didn't even swing. He didn't even try to make me. Okay, cool, opponent. Thank you. You let me draw. All right. The ability, not the mana ability. Ooh, we can gain 7, or we can remove more things from combat. Still need something to answer Gonti. Alright. Alright, so I'm sacrificing the blue one here. The Ipnu, and Come on, Trampling Carnage Tyrant. Get me there. What? Subscriber? Ernest Jones? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy the content, sir. I am going to cast a Search for Escanta. And I'm going to cast another Compass. If he's got Negate, maybe he'll stop it, maybe he won't. I don't know. Right, there we go. Hey, it burned a Negate. I'm good with that. You just don't want me to have 2 Compass, because then he's got to have 3 attackers, and having 3 attackers through a Carnage Tyrant, he's probably scooping right here. Anyway, I mean, this is kind of how the deck is supposed to fight, but I was just not able to do that. This deck is really, really good against control decks and mid-range decks. If the format was like just all about Grixis mid-range right now, which it is not, it's more go wide, which defeats Grixis mid-range. If the format... No, and no. So, yeah. We'll see what he's got to stop this. Can he buff it? Like, what happens when he double blocks? Okay, he takes 4? You're gonna Vraska's Contempt your own something? Like, you can't Vraska's Contempt. Like, what are you contempting? Okay, so you're gonna... Sure, opponent. You're at 5 now. Like, that math don't work, opponent. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what the opponent has. You have a great deck, but you get bored with it from time to time. That's why I keep 2 decks in every standard format. Like I was telling people earlier that the opponent said he lost when he pushed 6. I don't know what that means. Oh, he lost when he pushed F6 at one point. All right. The opponent was like, he was saying that he had pushed F6 at some point and didn't go so well for him. But oh, on the Hydra, okay, we were trying to set him into the Hydra anyway. Like, he wouldn't have done as well as he thought with the Hydra. He would have had to spend all of his energy on it, and then we would have Vraska's Contempted it, which would have been fine. I mean, he was already pulling all of his creatures out of the grave. Would have been fine at that moment anyway. Would have had to deal with the Scarab God another way, but probably could have managed that. I think that if we would have been able to Vraska's Contempt the Hydra earlier, we would have started swinging about 2 turns earlier. Because I was really trying to get rid of that Hydra, just couldn't get it gone. Overall, I think the deck's really good. Like, but really bad right now. Like, this deck fits into the meta where you're really wanting to fight those mid-range, those control decks. So if your meta is a mid-range deck meta, or just not a lot of really fast meta or decks and stuff, you're probably going to really like this deck. But I would expect this weekend for you guys to start seeing a lot of go wide decks, a lot more tokens. I know in your local FNM you don't have to worry about tokens as much. Not only because like people might be playing them, but they're really, really hard to play. Like remembering all your triggers and you know and doing revolt and all of that. It's easier to play them online, but yeah. He's sitting on Destined to Lead, and he's just taunting me. I don't even know what Destined to Lead is. What is that? What is Destined to Lead? Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains indestructible until end of turn. All creatures able to block target creature this turn do so. Seems so good with Gonti, right? Right? Crazy Taco, have a good night. Guys, we're going to be playing some Pia's Revolution tomorrow. I haven't updated the deck in a while. I know some people were asking me to play my Pia's Revolution deck. Pia's Revolution was one of the decks that actually got me to start playing Dev's decks. So even before I was like streaming Dev's decks for you guys, I was playing Dev's deck, you know, every chance I got a chance. And this Pia's Revolution deck, I actually took it to F&M a few times and stuff, and I had a lot of fun with it. And we're talking back like Kaladesh or something like that. I was a fan of Dev a long time before that, but the Pia's Revolution deck, that was the deck that really made me start like going, hey man, I gotta try all of these decks, because you never know when Dev just builds something that's gold. So the Pia's Revolution deck tomorrow will be definitely a flashback to back to the beginning of me playing Dev's decks. Again, I've been watching his content much longer than Kaladesh, but yeah, the Pia's Revolution, it's kind of sentimental for me. I hope you guys like it tomorrow. I'll try to get the thumbnail up for it ASAP, but the version of Pia's Revolution that I run is a walking ballista version, and it's all about machine guns. You go, it's got some really good openers and stuff, like you get to go, you know, Mimic into a ballista for free. When you're calling constructs on Mimic, like, things get crazy. You got Scrap Trawler in the deck. I'm gonna try to play with it. Like, it's actually fairly decent in a slightly slow meta, but not control meta. As long as they have a hard time dealing with Pia's Revolution itself, you know, that's actually how you found the channel, was a Pia's Revolution deck. Really, that's awesome, dude. I've tried, like, you know, Pia's Constructs and all this other stuff, and what seems to just work better is really the Pia's Constructs version, where you're just aggro with Pia's Revolution in the deck. I mean, you're just Construct aggro, and you have Pia's Revolution, and there is just some major jank you can do. Now I'm a little bit beyond just pure aggro. I've got the Foundry Chief Inspectors, Scrap Trawlers, all of that type of stuff, but mainly the deck is about Pia's Revolution and just like rotating through walking ballistas and stuff. You can take someone from like 13 or 14 damage down, and the whole deck is based around that question, or that thing that everyone says, oh, this is a bad card because it gives your opponent agency. That's right, I used the word agency. I got that from Dev. I just straight stole that word from Dev. It was a good word. It works really well in what we use. So, yeah, it gives your opponent the choice, or agency. So, when your opponent has the ability to choose his own fate, that's usually pretty good for him, and most people don't like cards like Pia's Revolution for that very reason. But this particular version of Pia's Revolution was meant to make, no matter what choice they make, bad. Like, okay, you give it back to them or put it in the graveyard and take 3. I don't care. Because their life total is going to be so low that taking 3 is going to be almost impossible for them. Whereas giving it back to you means that you're just going to play it infinitely until they're dead. So they have to take 3 damage off of it. So, you know, Walking Ballista for free for 4, you know, pretty good. So I hope you guys like it. We'll be playing that tomorrow as our jank. The first deck that I actually plan on playing when I come back, unless something big in a tournament or something like that pops up, but the first deck I plan on playing when we come back is actually going to be Red-Blue Metalwork Colossus. So I'm going to leave you guys with jank. I've got some pre-recorded good stuff for you, Tribes, and then I've got some other stuff. Yeah, I've got Tribes, I've got Grixis, and I've still got to record Subscriber Sunday and the Patreon games. So I'm going to be trying to get those out for you guys. Like, I've got a lot going on this week, so I'm still trying to get all the recordings so you guys have content each day that I'm gone, but I am going to try to make sure that happens. So, yeah. Good morning, Jack. Zax, I appreciate it, man. Like, Zax Dillos here is working on a project for me. Just because of this week, I just don't have enough time to put into doing a lot of building and stuff. And but anyway, Zax here is working on the Metalwork Colossus deck for us. So hopefully he'll come up with something really good. We've played a lot of his builds in the past, and Zax Dillo's always got some really good builds. He always seems very intelligent in you know, coffee time and stuff. So I'm pretty sure he's fooling me, but you know, whatever. It's fun. Zax, everyone else, we'll see you tomorrow night. If you want to save some money, sign up with manatraders, 15% off if you use Sideboard MTG15. So far, Sideboard MTG is still being used. I don't know why people wouldn't want to save the extra 5% on a whole nother month. So make sure you use the proper code if you are going to sign up. And you know, the link in the description box below. There's links down there to Jim Davis's list. There's links down there to the list I ran tonight. There's links down there to every deck that I have ever run on manatraders. You can go over there and check those out. Pretty much that's about it for the night. I hope you guys had a lot of fun, guys. I had a lot of fun. We're gonna see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow on Sideboard MTG.